my shop, but I can hear something. Don't be afraid. Oh, hello. What are you doing there? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't be shy or nervous. I'm just surprised to see you. Oh, you look anxious. A bit cold. Why don't you come with me and we'll go back in? I'll make you nice and warm and look after you. Yeah, okay. It's okay. Yeah? Why don't you take my hand and we'll go and switch some lights on. And yeah, it's okay. Take my hand. Take my hand. That's it. I'm just going to put some lights on for us. There you are. I can see you better now. It's a cold night out there. I didn't hear the door open for you to come in. It's okay though. It's okay. You look worried and anxious. I'm here to help. It's okay. To start with, let me get you a blanket. Are you from around here? Not too far away. Okay. There you are. It's a nice soft blanket. Okay. So to make yourself comfortable. Okay. And I'm going to make you a nice warm drink, and then we'll have a little talk. Okay? So there's nothing to be afraid of. I'm here to help. I'm just glad I caught you before I locked up my bookshop. Here you are. Pop this over your lap. That's it. There we are. Just move your... There's a cushion just behind you. Feel free to use those, yes. There we are. Okay, let me get you that drink. There's some books on the side if you want to just have a little look. No, there's no one else here, just us. Oh, that's probably the rain that you can hear. I've got a broken guttering and it comes down and tippy taps just across the guttering. It's a very old building. I won't be a moment. There you are. A nice warm tea. I'm just going to pass it over to you, okay? Are you feeling a little bit better? I'm here to help, alright? Okay. Pop that just on the side there for you. There we are. Can you reach that okay? Okay. So, tell me, why my little bookshop? Why did you feel the need to take shelter? I'm not judging. I just want to help. You couldn't get home. Oh, I must admit, yes, I did unlock it earlier on, knowing that I was leaving. So when you tried the door and it opened, you came in. I see. So did you walk or did you miss your last bus? The bus was cancelled. Oh, don't get upset. been a difficult day for you? Mm-hmm. I see. Yeah. It's okay. No, no, please carry on. Mm-hmm. Oh, it does sound like you've had an awfully stressful day. Well, you're safe here now with me, okay? So, while you're drinking your tea, what I'll do is I'll phone a taxi for you maybe. It's okay, you don't need any money. I just want to make sure you get home, okay? Is it far away that you live? Oh yes, that's not too far at all. No. Oh, I completely understand. With the weather outside as it is and being dark, why you wouldn't want to walk. No, I'm glad you found me in my little bookshop. Okay, let me just pop these on the side and I'll phone that taxi for you. Alright? Okay. I'm just taking these home with me to read and get logs. Well, these ones, you've probably seen in the window of my shop. On one side it's some current books and on the other side it's very nostalgic. Oh, you like that window, do you? I do try to fill it with a variety of fiction and non-fiction. And what's that? I like to do sometimes little displays with it depending on the year and put a bit of nostalgia into the window. You walk past it often, do you? I'm pleased that you like it, and it makes me happy to know that that you stop and actually have a look. These ones, well, they're quite small as you can see and quite old. Let me just can't see the year. I'd say early 1900s. And this one, as you can see, is a little bit water damaged. Unfortunately, it was where the water came through the roof, being this old building. This one's called the Spy. Let me just check one of the others. But this one has a little bit of damage to the spine. Something about an old book, isn't there? Yes. I still can't find the age. It's from the Reader's Library, but again, sadly, they have that worn look. It won't be long, you're absolutely right, before I start doing the Christmas display in our window out the front, both for contemporary and a nostalgic window. Oh, I love a nostalgic Christmas story. I do, yes. Let me have a little look, but before that I'll phone that taxi as well for you. I think these are probably about 1910, something like that. And I'm just so pleased I managed to catch them just in time before they got too water damaged. Still absolutely fine to read. Yes. You're very welcome to take one home with you if you want. Yeah, that's it. You can bring it back anytime you like. Yes. Is your tea okay? Good. Right. Let me just find that telephone number for you and we'll organise that taxi. And then I'll see if I can find that other book that you just asked about. Alright? Are you warm enough? Good. Feeling a bit better? Good. Let me just look up a number. I don't tend to get taxis that often at the moment. Excuse me one moment. Oh, hello there, how are you? Yes, it's the little Cobble Street bookshop here. Is it possible to have a taxi, please? Yes, that should be fine. No problem at all. Just going to the top of Bumbleberry Lane. Yes. Yes, it's that windy one, just the other side of the woods. Perfect. Okay, we'll see you soon then. Thanks so much. Thank you. There we are. That's all booked in for you. Shouldn't be too long. They've got one little job to do before. So, right, let me find that book that you asked about. In this pile of books here that I was organising for the window display. There you are. Tales to share year after year, the Christmas gift. Yes, it's a little bit early for Christmas in a sense. But most of the shops have their Christmas trees up already, and certainly the decorations and gifts are galore. This is a perfect gift to have around the house at Christmas, on a coffee table, under the tree, or by a bed, full of the magic of Christmas. Do you love the wonder and the warmth that Christmas stories can bring? Want a book to bring out every year to enjoy the sentiments of Christmas, with a mug of something warm by the Christmas tree or in front of the fire, to enjoy alone or to share with loved ones? Short stories to go back to time after time, as they wrap the spirit of Christmas and all it offers warmly and reassuringly around you. showing you the meaning of Christmas with short stories that combine a mixture of imagination and emotion that are tender, touching, yet resonant. It is. With thought-provoking short stories that are about friendship and loved ones, the magic of Christmas Eve and the wonder of Father Christmas. Sharing memories and discovering that seeing is believing, and that the impossible may be possible. Discover what fairies do at Christmas and what a Christmas gift can mean. The Christmas gift will delight both young and old, as Christmas is a time for all to share. And I'll be here a lot of the time, so you're very welcome to pop in and read this book whenever you want, or any other books that I have on display. I can, yes. While we're waiting for our taxi, yes, we may as well have a little bit of a story together. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm pleased I can be here for you. Yeah. Okay. Let's choose a story, shall we? Okay. Just a little bit until the taxi comes. Grandmother's tables, or ones about fairies, or the wonder of Christmas. There's one in particular I like. There's Lakebridge Manor, which is a bit of a love story as well. Shine a bit of light onto the pages so I can see. The Christmas Oak Nut Tree. That's a sweet little story, that one. The short one, A Time for Christmas Memories. The Gift of Christmas, about old Miss Anne. That's a nice one. Christmas Cake Wishes. And a lovely one. That's our grandmother's tables. That's also one of my favourites. And there's one about a pussycat, I think. Christmas Eve 1969 it's called. So which one of those shall I start a little bit? Manor. Okay, I'll just start it. Just stay snuggled up with your tea, and we'll keep one eye out for the taxi. It'll probably pull up to the side here. Alright. Lakebridge Manor had stood for hundreds of years, set back from the winding roads and shielded by the impressive old brick boundary wall that wound its way all around the property, its gardens and its lake. Now, once upon a time, it had been a beacon of light around Christmas, with every room lit up and a magnificent street lamps that started all the way from the small bridge that you crossed before approaching the sweeping shingle driveway that led to the impressive steps to the two large wooden doors. Christmas had always been a time that Lord and Lady Appleton had enjoyed very much, and with great joy invited neighbours and friends to the most impressive Christmas Eve parties, and opened their doors to all on Christmas Day. Large and small Christmas trees from Norway would arrive by the dozen and adorn every room, with the most spectacular being saved for the grand entrance hall at the bottom of the staircase. To be in awe and admired upon first arrival, and centre stage as guests, visitors and friends sung Christmas carols around on Christmas Eve. The most beautiful of wreaths would dress the 2 wooden front entrance doors, and candles danced and flickered in every room. Holly and mistletoe were placed across fireplace mantels, ornate oil paintings, and delicious aromas from the kitchen and pantry of roast turkey and mince pies cooking filled every room. In the main drawing room and study, real wood fires would burn heartily through the December month, with the sound of the logs crackling entwined with the finest of Christmas music from the old gramophone or the elegant piano that Mr. Appleton had so loved to play for his wife and guests. Lady Appleton had 3 loves. First was her husband, who she had been introduced to when they were just 19 one Christmas, and 1 year later married at the age of 20. He had been her first love and only love, and they both lived devoted to each other for years to come. Her second love was her beautiful garden, that she would spend many an hour tending to and lovingly nurturing the roses that swept around so many of the walls, with an array of colours that would delight the eye, rich creams, soft pinks and stunning yellows. Her third love had been writing. She had loved the way that with a simple sweep of her little ink, another world could open up, with thoughts and feelings could be shared, and many evenings had been enjoyed by Lady Appleton writing, and Lord Appleton playing softly to her charming pieces that he had penned to entertain her on his much-loved piano. Elizabeth listened with great interest, as she always had, as her grandfather sat in an old armchair as she recalled the story of Lord and Lady Appleton, as he did every Christmas, as a tradition, as they sat together on Christmas Eve. Yes, that's a little girl. Yeah. Next to their beautifully decorated Christmas tree, with their warm log burner glowing, and 2 large mugs of hot chocolate in the quaint old caretaker's cottage that she lived with her parents nestled a few minutes from Lakebridge Manor, just the other side of the bridge. As she took a sip of her hot chocolate and curled her legs up onto the sofa under a cushion, she pressed her father to continue the story of Lord and Lady Appleton. Lady Appleton caught the eye of Lord Appleton from the first moment he had seen her come in on Christmas Eve at the manor, and although the Christmas tree that stood there then was wonderful and lit up the room, as she glided gently into the hall from the wooden doors, her beauty shone out around everything. Elegant and tall, with the most beautiful red dress, and her hair neatly tied back with curls that sat on her delicate shoulders, took his breath away. Still young enough himself then, it took him a month to pluck up the courage to invite her back to Lakebridge Manor. She had accepted without any hesitation, and gleefully met him one Sunday afternoon for afternoon tea, and as soon as they met it was like they had known each other their entire lives. They talked plentifully and walked around the gardens that she immediately admired greatly, and to this day if you walk over the bridge, right in the middle, you will find their initials scratched into the stone, for this is where, after 6 months of courting, he proposed on one knee, and she accepted wholeheartedly. They marked the occasion by making their engravings, and each threw over the bridge into the stream a small twig which entitled both to make a wish. Now Elizabeth knew the story well, as she had heard it many times, but wanted her grandfather to continue. To help him along, she jumped off the sofa and took off the Christmas tree 2 chocolates that hung together, and hastily sat back down, passing one to her grandfather, and urged him to continue. I think that's your taxi. Yes, of course, by all means. Come back any time. Admire the window, pop in for a book. Let me go see the taxis there for you. Ah, yes. They've just pulled up. Alright. Will you be okay now? Okay. Well, I'll let you leave, and then I'll gather up my books again. And once I know that you're safely in the taxi, yeah, I'll come out and I'll pay, yeah, and I'll switch off the lights after us. Alright? It's been nice that you've been here.